Good afternoon. This is Ann Self coming to you live from the Village Green in Cashiers, North Carolina. I'm sitting in the Hayes Fairchild Memorial Garden this afternoon, a very special garden that was especially designed to be a place of healing and to be therapeutic. And so it's important for me to come to you from this space today. I don't know about you, but in this time, this time of year that's such a holy time of year, this holiest week in the Christian tradition, and also for our Jewish brothers and sisters, it just seems very strange not to be able to be together. A little sad about that. And one of the things that the Village Green does is we lift up those beloved community traditions, and so many of those are centered around our holidays and holy days. And one of those traditions is our annual Easter sunrise service, where the entire community comes together, all of our churches come together and unite on the Village Green and celebrate the joy of the resurrection that we remember on Easter Sunday. And so I was very sad that we weren't able to have that tradition this year, and I started thinking about and praying about what could be a meaningful way of celebrating this most special holiday for the Christian faith. And so one of the things that I have found meaningful in the past is to have a butterfly release. Butterflies symbolize new life and hope and springtime, and they're a sign across faith traditions. And so I thought that it would be nice today to celebrate Easter with a butterfly release here in the Hayes Fairchild Memorial Garden in the center of the Village Green in Cashiers. I have 12 butterflies that I'm going to release this afternoon, and am going to release each one with a special prayer intention for us to consider this afternoon. And the first prayer intention and the first butterfly is going to represent solidarity. Even though we are apart, we are together, and we are united in this experience, and we need to be stronger together, even though we have to be apart. And so this very first butterfly is for our solidarity. It's a little chilly here in Cashiers, so it may take these butterflies a little while to be able to fly. Oh, there he goes. The second butterfly that I have to release this afternoon with a prayer intention is for servanthood. We are mindful of many people across this country and here locally in southern Jackson County that are exemplifying servanthood with their selfless sacrifice, the way they are putting others ahead of themselves. And so this second butterfly is released thinking about those who serve among us. The third butterfly that I'm going to release this afternoon is for faith. It's important for us during this time to have faith and to keep faith and to encourage one another in faith. The fourth butterfly that I'm going to release this afternoon with a prayer intention for compassion. I've seen so many wonderful acts of kindness in the past several weeks, and what an encouragement it is to witness one another when we are showing signs of kindness and love and compassion. And may our lives be richer for having experienced and witnessed compassion and for expressing compassion in every possible way that we can. The fifth butterfly, the prayer intention for this butterfly is for mercy. At a time when there is so much despair and suffering and fear and anxiety, we need to pray for mercy. The sixth butterfly that I release is with a prayer intention for courage. May we find strength and courage in these next few weeks to continue the important work that we're doing of self-isolating and safe distancing. It's not an easy thing to do. It requires a lot of courage, and it requires resilience. And so that's the second part of the courage prayer intention, that we might discover resilience as a people of faith, as a people in community, even though we have to be apart. May we be stronger because of the circumstances that we find ourselves in now. The seventh butterfly that I release with a prayer intention for healing. The 8th butterfly that I'm releasing this afternoon, I'm releasing with a prayer of hope. These butterflies begin their lives as caterpillars. They spin their cocoons into chrysalis, and then they emerge as beautiful butterflies, true signs of hope. So open this next envelope to release this next butterfly. It's with a prayer for peace. Peace for anxious hearts. This next butterfly that I release with joy, with a prayer for joy. That we can find joy in simple things, in the beauty that's all around us, in the love that we have for one another, our friends and family, in the goodness that we see that's all around us. The simple joy of the sun warming the earth to bring new life in spring. This butterfly I release with a prayer of gratitude. Gratitude for the gift of life. Gratitude for such a wonderful community to live in, such a beautiful place to work in. I don't know what fills your heart with gratitude this afternoon, but Let this butterfly be a prayer sign for the things that you're thankful for in your life today. This butterfly that I'm going to release now, I release with a prayer for resurrection. That is the great truth of Easter. New life, overcoming life, life that overcomes. And so I release this butterfly with a prayer for resurrection. And then the final butterfly that I release this afternoon, I release with a prayer for love. On Holy Saturday, that very first Easter, the disciples would have been isolated in the upper room with the door locked. They would have been experiencing tremendous sense of grief and sadness, fear and uncertainty, because they could not know what tomorrow would hold. But then the next day, on Easter Sunday, love conquers. Love wins, there is resurrection. Jesus is risen. I hope and pray that this butterfly release this afternoon has given you a sense of connection to community, that we are in community, we are in solidarity with one another in this unprecedented time, but we do have the opportunity to find meaning, to find new life, to find resurrection, to experience hope and joy and gratitude, to give thanks for those who are serving among us, to take strength and courage and resilience, to be compassionate and merciful with one another. All of these things are part of our Easter celebration, and we need to lift them up, lift one another up, and just be grateful that we have one another and that we can be in community even though we must be apart. I wish you a very happy Easter, and I hope that I will see you again soon. Maybe not in person, but in one of these live stream events. I encourage you to visit our website to sign up for our newsletter so that we can continue to be connected with you. Thank you so much, and have a blessed and wonderful Easter.